Hey guys, so I'm out here exercising, I was attempting to jog and it just wasn't working out as I pulled my hip the other day. Again, attempting to jog, not very good, right? Figures. So anywho, I'm here by the Hudson. It's so pretty at night, even at freaking midnight. Look, check that out. There's Jersey, so cute. So yeah, I just left work really late, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna travel all the freaking way to the Hudson and try and get my exercise on. So that's what I did. Anyways, what I wanted to share is that at therapy the other day, because you all know I go to therapy now, I'm open about it. So me and my doctor were talking about how my response to gaining this weight is different this time. Because if you don't know, I've gained 40 pounds rapidly before, but this was many, many years ago, beginning of college. So and it was devastating. It was all because I was in a severe depression and a really, really bad relationship. So anywho, basically, this time it's different. It just feels really different because I've gained all this weight from just being too happy, being too gluttonous with life, getting a little bit too overboard or going too overboard on pleasure and just enjoying myself. I wish I had monitored this a little bit more, but it is what it is. And I'm just not super ashamed, or it doesn't nobody should be super ashamed if this happens to them, but they shouldn't, if you're not comfortable where you land on the scale, then okay, it's been done, but it can be undone. You know what I mean? It's not easy, but it took me 7 months to gain 40 pounds, and it's taken me 2.5 months to gain 40 pounds before. So it's doable. It's not impossible, sadly, but it's also gonna take some time to lose it. So you do what you gotta do, right? Anyways, so back to my therapy session. Look at this bomb yacht. How cool is that? That's awesome. Anyways, so my doctor and I were talking, and he was like, since this weight gain or this fat on your body, since it was gained out of love and happiness, you know how to treat it. How beautiful is that? I know it might sound silly to some people, but I remember when I gained weight, when I gained 40 pounds out of depression, I kept that weight on for so long. And it was this torturous reminder of what I felt like I didn't deserve. And so it just tortured me for years, and it haunted me for years. And I don't know, it was a really sad way, and I feel I lost so many years of college just being depressed and not wanting to go out because I was so ashamed of what I looked like. So that's one of my greatest regrets in life, that I let that depression, weight gain, dictate and identify so much of who I was for so many years, especially how young I was. But hold on, people are coming in. I don't want them to see my video. Okay, I'm back. So anyways, so at my doctor, we kind of had 3 breakthroughs. Well, really 2.5. And so the first thing was, because I was talking to him, I'm it's odd, how I'm not really bothered. Or I'm not devastated by this. I'm bothered by it, but I'm not devastated. It's definitely something that I clearly still felt I needed to talk about at therapy. So he's the way you should look at this is oops, I did it again. Who's saying that? Britney Spears? And I'm oh my God, that's so funny and so so true. Oops, I did it again. And he also said I'm gonna pull over because there's people there. And I want to finish this vlog. Hi, Jersey. So he's okay, So yeah, just like, oops, I did this, oops, I did it again. And like I said earlier, like, it's been done though, but it can be undone, you know, like, you just like make strides every day towards that. And that's what I did my very first round of HCG. I literally, and I remember when people would ask me how I like never cheated and how I like never, like, or how I just stayed so strong. And I was like, I literally take it one day at a time, one meal at a time, one decision at a time. Like, because in the long scheme, it's just so overwhelming. But if you just take it every single choice, little choice, they all like eventually add up. So those were the first like two things that were kind of connected, you know, like, oops, I did it again, and it's been done, but it can be undone. And then the third thing was what I mentioned, how like not to kind of, like, for me, it was like, okay, well, this fat has been gained out of joy and happiness. So because of that, I look at it and I think of those things, but I now know how to treat it, you know, and I'm not sulking in it. But I totally remember, is it raining? Oh, great. It's raining and I'm like not anywhere near where I live. But I totally remember how sad I was for so many years. But I guess if there's anybody out there who looks at themselves and they see weight that they're not comfortable with, and it reminds them of just like sadness, like, just realize like the sooner that you're able to just take it one choice at a time, all the little choices add up together. And I got kicked out of the park because apparently it closed, so now I'm just like walking aimlessly in Tribeca. Just so weird, like, what park closes that early? I mean, it wasn't early, but like, it's New York City. Like, I didn't even know they had like closing times. Anyways, so I'm sorry I went from such a like deep note to this. But basically where I was going with that was, I know it's not that easy to just be like, okay, like when you're depressed and you look at the weight and it makes you even more depressed. I know it's not that simple to just be like, okay, that's it, like tomorrow's the day. No, it definitely takes a gradual like build to even change your mindset enough to feel emotionally strong and prepared enough to start making those changes. So what I'm suggesting is to like start doing the little work every day to get into that mindset, like to work towards that mindset, because like the sooner you start working towards that, the sooner you reach it, and then the sooner you start to make actual changes, you know? So, such a weird display window. It's so creepy. Anyways, so yeah, because it's not worth it. Like, it's not worth wasting the years and the time and the life, you know, the possible joys, like just feeling miserable and depressed and constantly reminded of a time of depression, and it just like prolongs a depression unnecessarily, you know? So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to share those tidbits, and I'm sorry that this like meant to be very quick vlog where I just like shared the aha moments from therapy. Sorry it took so long, but I just wanted to share those things. That even though right now I look at this fat that's on my body and I'm like, it bothers me, and I want to make changes to getting rid of it. And so it's a different experience where it's not as emotional of an experience as it was the first time doing HCG. I mean, hopefully it'll get here soon, my kit. But yeah, so it's super dark. I know this is so dark. I'm sorry, this is like such a creepy vlog. Don't worry, it's fine. We're safe. But at least we're like 90% safe. I'm still trying to like figure out how to get home. Anywho, so yeah, even though this is a different experience for me, and it's a lot more lighthearted of an experience, and it's definitely been easier for me to make changes and like hit the ground running, like, okay, that's it, like, you gained a bunch of weight, now here are like the changes you need to make into losing it. It's been a much faster and smoother process and much less emotional. It's great, but don't think that I don't remember or know what it feels like to have to battle, you know, a weight struggle and depression at the same time. I mean, like, it's horrible, and I hope I'm never there again. Or if I am, I hope that I can remember all of the things I'm saying right now and all of those tools, or all of the tools that I've learned up until now and then. But here's to hoping that I'm never in that situation again, because girls, I know, anyone, not just ladies, but men, humans, I get it. It's definitely not gender specific, you know, to like feel the pressure of looking a certain way, and when you don't fit into that mold that society or like you've created for yourself, and then you're just sad, and sometimes you don't have a reason. You're just sad, and you just can't do life sometimes, you know. And I get it. I've been there. So, on that really, really solemn note, I apologize. I'm going to try and get home now, and I'm sorry this was so long again, but I'm going to try and trim it down as much as possible. But yeah, so that's that, and thanks for watching, and I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.